now know that they were manipulating our children for profits while we were watching and trying to keep our families safe. They are the predators. We're not going to give up. This is not a sprint. It's not even a marathon. This is freaking, Iron Man, okay?
Invite us parents to Capitol Hill. Big tech, your gig is over.
No family is alone in this. Every kid with a cell phone, with any device, with a camera and connection to the internet is in danger.
Well, those were mothers who lost their teenagers to what they say is social media harm, speaking earlier today outside the Los Angeles courthouse on this landmark verdict, finding Meta and Google liable for failing to warn that their platforms could harm minors.
We're joined by Meta whistleblower Arturo Béjar, who exposed Instagram for the dangers his own daughter was exposed to. Arturo, I have spoken to you in the past. I talked to you via the phone earlier today. What's important here is that, well, one, you testified in front of Congress a few years ago. You testified at this trial, but you worked at Meta, at Facebook, Instagram, as an engineer on the very product team that was meant to protect these children for, I think it was 6 years. What do you make of this verdict, but particularly of the kind of small punitive and compensatory damages? It was just only $6 million total, and this is for companies whose combined net worth is $5 trillion.
Yeah, the incredible thing about this verdict is what a clear message it sends about addiction and the way these products are designed. And so everybody in the world that's working on these issues and cares about them is now energized to make them better. Hopefully, anybody who is able to sue, regulate, or attempt to make this better feels now empowered at the ability to do that. And so I think this verdict is a great moment for people who care about making things safer.
What would that entail? What does a safer environment look like in your mind? What should they do?
It's very simple. Imagine a world where when a 13-year-old goes on Instagram, the default is you get 1 hour, and then you get supervision to extend the time. Imagine a world where they actually don't recommend harmful content to kids like they do today, even though they say they don't. Imagine a world where you protect kids from strangers, because the most important thing about the data that I sent Mark Zuckerberg when I was working at Instagram was that most of the harm, the unwanted sexual advances, the predatory behavior that kids are experiencing comes from strangers that kids met through Instagram. Instagram connects kids with strangers by design, and that's not right, and it needs to be made better.
Arturo, and Facebook, Instagram, now Meta, they've always, Zuckerberg and his ilk, have always kind of, woe is us, fallen on their sword when it was discovered through media, investigative reporting at the Wall Street Journal, whistleblowers like yourself. Starting back in 2021, Facebook knows Instagram is toxic for teen girls, company documents show. 2023, Instagram connects vast pedophile network. And I go down, they knew they get caught. They say, we'll fix it, and then they don't. My issue is these punitive damages are not large enough to do anything to companies combined with a combined worth of $5 trillion. That seems to be the concern.
No, I understand that. And I hope that there's more lawsuits to come and that the damages increase. But the other thing that's really important right now is the one thing I saw change behavior of companies that have so much money was when attorney generals were able to put in from every state, put in things that change behavior. And so I think that the attorney generals that are part of these efforts, what happened in New Mexico yesterday, sends a clear message and empowers people in position to make a difference. Because, companies that make trillions of dollars, what fine is big enough? I mean, they should be as much as possible. But what we really need is meaningful changes to these products, and attorney generals can accomplish that.
What about the argument, and I think it is fair, because to the extent that this is deliberately targeting kids and addictive and all of that, that is fair game for these lawsuits. But what about the agency and responsibility of users, and if it's kids, parents, as opposed to the companies themselves? Isn't that a fair point in defense of these companies?
It's a fair point from the perspective that parents should be engaged with their kids about what they're doing. But you have to start from products that are safe enough, right? Cars are safe enough because they're tested to be safe by independent parties. There are standards, there's government regulation around them, and you still have a responsibility as a parent to make sure that kid learns how to drive and that it all sort of goes well and you deal with stuff when it happens. Right now, these products are not safe enough, and then parents are put in the position of catching up with harm after it has happened when it shouldn't be happening in the first place.
And Arturo, I said this earlier, even before this verdict came down, but you hit it. That New Mexico verdict, $325 million. Once these broke-ass states realize that these social media companies are ATM machines, boy, you better look out. High-margin cash machines with a product that's addictive and dangerous. You don't have to break them up. You can just soak them. And I guarantee you that's what happens. Arturo Béjar, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.